Hi, this is Doug De Jong, and coming up next on Guitars and Gear Down Under is Remco Mayer. He is a boutique guitar, headless guitar builder, and he also makes exceptional, exquisite hardware for guitars. For floating tremolo and fixed bridge, you need to check this out. Check this out. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Welcome to Guitars and Gear Down Under, and today we have
Remco.
I went to Remco's house yesterday, and he quite casually has his own CNC machine in-house, which I...
Not in the house, in the garage.
Yeah, it's in the
My
garage.
wife would kill me.
Yeah, which is just dead set amazing. Just amazing. You know, who has their own manufacturing plant in the garage? However, he only lives, I don't know, how far away?
8 minutes.
8 minutes away from my house. He is like on this awesome curve of I guess engineering and making some new components that are world class that we're going to find out all about today. So what do you actually do?
Well, I'm a luthier, guitar builder, guitar repairer, guitar tech, guitar nerd. Anything guitar is me.
What brand of guitar do you have?
Well, this is of course Mayer, because Remco Mayer. Yes, this is the one I built for 2018 Namm show. I didn't want to sell it, so I kept it. Because I got the kangaroos in it.
Okay, cool.
And so it's a headless guitar, mahogany body, toasted maple neck, rosewood fingerboard, and built up with resin, which we mixed in with special powders to get all these little marbling effects.
Yeah, wow.
And then I make your knobs. And then I designed my own hardware, which is like the headless bridges. You lock them here, tune them over here.
Yeah. What else can you tell me about the hardware? Because this is the most interesting.
Well, I designed it, and it took us about 3 years to actually finalize everything. It's like, as you can see,
different prototypes.
That is our first one that we made, and it's completely different.
So that what you're showing there is just one of these.
One of these little bridges, and from this early age design, we came up with this one, which is all machined out of brass, so bell brass, which guitar nerds know it gives the best tone to your guitar.
Bell brass. Okay.
Yeah, it's the new guitars, the multi-skill guitars.
So fan fret.
Fan fret. We made single string mono rail bridges.
Mono rail bridges. Okay.
So each string has their own little bridge.
Okay.
But I like brass. You know, it's solid. It feels solid. So it's all machined out of solid pieces. What it makes unique compared to other brands is really our proprietary ball bearing systems.
Yeah, because I actually know a very good headless guitar player, Clyde Shipke. You need to check this out, man.
Yeah, so these ones are specially made for us.
So there is the ball bearings right there. Here.
Because they're 10mm ball bearings, and they take a lot of the tension away from the string tension. Because normally you got about 7 to 8 kilos of tension for a string to pull it into pitch.
So the ball bearing acts as a
reducer,
a catalyst to make sure. So is it the torque?
Yep.
Tension torque that you need to apply is less.
It's more smooth because it's all machined. The factory that we work with is Tengda in China. 95% of what they do in the factory is making medical tools.
All right.
So high grade medical tools, parts for Formula One racing cars.
Formula One.
So it's not your average Chinese.
Right. So this is top end.
This is top end, and we took a lot of care in machining the parts to perfection, make it really smooth, make it really good, and then we go for the plating process as well to get to the highest tolerances as we can get. So the part doesn't become too big or too small because of the plating, and so that is one thing that is very important.
Yeah. Right. So this is brand new product made down the road, 8 minutes away from my house.
Well, not
this
made,
insane.
Designed.
Designed. Okay, sorry.
Designed.
It's actually made a bit further away from my house. This componentry of the bearing is brand new. So it's
brand new. Yeah, we launched it at Namm in 2019 together with our other partner Frank Felbo from Felbo Guitars.
Okay.
Frank has been in the industry for many years. He worked with Simon Duncan. He designed the P-Rail bridge and P-Rail bridge pickups. Did pedals for Duncan, and now he's the man behind the Fishman Fluence pickups.
Wow.
So yeah, and these are brilliant pickups. With like,
wow,
they blow me away. When
this is amazing.
When Larry Fishman gave me a set of it, I put them in one of my guitars and like. Well,
so Mr. Larry Fishman
gave me a set at Namm
of his pickups.
Of his pickups, yeah. And yeah.
What?
So that was brilliant, you know. We were talking about guitar hardware, and there's some other stuff we will work on later, maybe in the future with Mr. Fishman. And yeah, he asked me what I thought about his pickups. So I can't give you an opinion because I don't have them.
So he gave you a set?
So he gave me a set, and he said, well, put them in a guitar, which I did.
Yep.
And straight away I reported back to Frank and said, oh God.
So you're pioneering headless hardware?
Yep. I like stuff small.
Right.
And light. Well, the ball bearing was the last piece of the puzzle. Make this bridge is really perfect.
So how do people buy this product?
They can go to our
webpage.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They can go to Apollo Music Parts.
Apollo Music Parts.
We put a link on the bottom.
Yeah, .com or something.
Yeah, .com. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apollo you can get them there. And for manufacturers, of course, we've got different prices and price structure.
Okay.
And for the American friends of yours, they can go to Felbo Guitars.
Okay.
Frank has them in stock as well, so you can buy them there. And yeah, we've got a few builders like Omar Dodge from OD Guitars. He used our bridges on his guitars.
All right.
Skerversen from Poland. They bought some stuff from us. And so little factories up and down.
Doing some cool things with your hardware.
Doing some cool things with us. But
and just to repeat, so the point of difference to your hardware, it's not aluminium, it's
brass.
Bell brass.
Bell brass, yeah.
Yeah, right, okay.
Which is like to go on the big bing boom towers. Yeah.
Actually, I was in Prague once going on a tour, and we went to this church, and I was like, oh, cool. This is, we went to the bell tower. I went straight up to the bell tower, and what do? I grabbed this piece of timber, went ding, and just as I was going ding, I was saying, no, you can't ring the... It was too late. Yeah, because the bell's like, 600 years old or something.
Yeah, and then you got this bloody disrespectful Aussie going to go like, should be alright, mate.
Yeah. And anyway, it still works. 600 years old, still works.
Yeah, well, and that's what it is, it does not corrode.
So, is there any other products that you have? So this is a headless...
That is a headless guitar for headless bridges.
Yeah, but sorry, this is the fixed bridge version, fixed bridge.
Yes.
So you've got another component?
We've got other components. Well, this one's got the little triangular locking nuts.
It's like an airplane, really, isn't it?
I also designed a new style locking nut, which is more for the builders. Yeah. Basically embeds it inside of the, what we call it, a headstock, but it's not a headstock.
Yeah, right.
But
because there is no head on it.
Because there's no head on it. So headless headstock behind the nut piece of wood.
That's actually a good question if someone actually knows.
Yeah, if someone's got a name for that, let me know.
What do you call the bit of timber on the end on a headless guitar that doesn't have a head? You can't call it a headstock anymore.
Yeah, because it doesn't have a head. Well, anyway, so this one will go inside of, you feed it from the back and you can mask it off and you can feed a string through it and lock it with this little
Right,
brass.
So instead of being on top of the timber, it's underneath.
It's underneath, so you get more downwards
tension,
string tension, which is better for your
So this is your own design?
Frank and I worked on it.
Yeah, right.
So Frank Felbo, as I said, is one of our other guys. So we got a team of 3.
Wow.
There's I believe 3, no more than 1, with this one in. So this one comes in 6, 7 and 8 string.
Oh, wow. So
this is the 8 string version.
Very good, very good. So you're a background engineer or something?
I bought the CNC machine and had to learn all CAD and CAM. So CAD is the designing in 3D and CAM is what the CNC machine can read.
Right.
And now I'm a certified SolidWorks designer. So I design everything in SolidWorks, and which is a program
in
3D. And so I design all this then, see it in 3D. What I do then, I print it in plastic.
Yep.
See, if everything looks right, if it fits right.
3D printer.
3D printer in plastic, yeah.
Well, that's amazing. What's the chances of someone building some latest hardcore tech about 8 minutes from my house? Like and subscribe.